You're listening to the Savoir Faire audio experience.
Are you ready?
The Savoir Faire experience is your guide to everything that has to do with lifestyle. From dating, rides, style, and entertainment. All brought to you by the editor of Savoir Faire magazine, Robert White. Anything goes on this audio experience. So, let's go.
It's still the best.
Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of the Savoir Faire podcast. It's been a crazy month in September, and I just wanted to get on here and give you guys a little update on what has been going on. It's been pretty intense. We had 3 really major things happen all in the month of September, and so we're on here to discuss some of those things. And then I do have a topic for us today. The topic is basically built around savoir faire as the definition of the word and what I think it means and where the publication really comes from. But September, what an amazing month. It started off with a trip to New York City with our Savoir Faire contest winner, Alex Van Zeeland. She is a model / actress born in Brooklyn. So she was a New York girl originally, but she moved to Nashville, Tennessee when she was just a young teenager. And she has been living there for well over 15 years or so. So having her back in New York was pretty cool. She won our contest. She was our 2019 winner. And so we brought her to New York and we had a great time. 3 days and 2 nights with some really awesome photographer, hair and makeup, like a great team that we had put together for her photo shoot. Her cover issue that she actually won is coming out on October 1st. So we've been putting a lot of time and energy and effort into getting that prepared and getting that magazine organized. And so October 1st, Alex Van Zeeland, the 2019 Win Your Way to New York City Savoir Faire contest winner, will be on the cover of Savoir Faire. Now, what was really cool is that we kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone while we were in New York. Alex came in the first 3 days of my trip there, and the last 10 days of my trip, we covered New York Fashion Week, which was absolutely incredible this year. I got to go to some really amazing shows, meet some really awesome people. I would definitely want to recommend a couple places that you guys need to check out in September of 2020. I'll be back at New York Fashion Week covering some things again, but so we went to it used to be Style Fashion Week. I think there's some personal things that changed the brand. So this year it was Style X, what was it? Entertainment, maybe? If I got that wrong, I truly apologize. But Style X, it was an awesome production, really high profile guests. The music, the acts that played or performed there were great. The designers were amazing. The models were stunning. The press box was large and comfortable. That's pretty much where I hang out when I go to these things, and everyone got along really well. It was really put together extremely well. I think the production aspect of the whole show was cool. And it was at the Sony Theater in New York. So if you've never been to that place, you got to go check it out. We were all the way downstairs. It's this very cool throwback kind of vibe there, where they had the show, and I got to meet a lot of cool people, not only in the press box but outside the press box. So it was very cool. That show was very cool. We also went to Art Hard Fashion, the show they produced in New York. This is our first time covering their show. That was pretty incredible as well. The producer there is a really good guy. Awesome, amazing venue again. This was, I can't remember the exact location of the place, but it was an older church. And the interior of it was just incredibly, if you're into architecture and history of architecture, you would have loved this location. It was very cool. They had it lit up in the back with these bright red lights, and it was just a really cool vibe. A lot of really cool people there too. They also do kind of a show production. So in between designers, there's some different talent and acts that come out and perform or sing or dance or whatever. And there was some really cool people involved with that one as well. I did not go to any like really large IMG shows this year, or kind of run into any really major celebrities. Now I was close. I was super close to running into some really headlining major celebrities at New York Fashion Week, but silly me, there might have been a little accident we can blame myself for, that stopped me from getting into this like really cool show. But we were able to go check out the Style 360 shows this year. At least on Monday we were there and met some pretty cool people there as well. Like, one thing that I picked up on this trip that on day one was TikTok. Like, I had no idea this platform was so large. I heard Gary Vaynerchuk. I follow him a little bit. We talk about him on occasion, but I followed him and he was talking about TikTok being the next big thing. Well, I really kind of ignored some of that advice because I thought TikTok was like for the kids, and it really is. Like, a lot of teenagers are dominant on that platform. For those of you that don't know what TikTok is, it's a mobile application that you put on your phone. It allows you to kind of do like a 30-second little clip of yourself, like lip singing or doing something silly. Like, it's a video platform. But I was at the show and I met these incredible like teenagers that were huge on TikTok. Like, if you follow me on TikTok, they're my only I think they're my only followers, these two young ladies, but they're pretty incredible. Like, I got to hear a pretty cool story about how their post went viral and how they got their stamina and like their placement on TikTok. So very cool platform that I hope to use for Savoir Faire in the future. We have an account built under Savoir Faire, just haven't really dug into it. But that was a very cool experience. Someone else that I met that was really cool is Jessie James Decker. If you guys don't know who she is, she's a country music artist, but she also is a fashion designer. She had a song in 2013 or 14 called I Do. That was her big hit. But I ran into her on the red carpet at the show, and she was a total doll. Like, let me tell you, Southern charm through and through, one of the nicest people that I've ever met. And not only did I was able to like talk to her for a brief minute on the red carpet, but her after party, I was there too. And I kept on having these little engagement things with her. Like, it wasn't like I got to sit down and actually talk to her and chill and have a conversation because she was obviously in a different section than I was able to get into. But it was very cool to like see her arriving to the after party and the way she kind of reacted to people there. She was just so bubbly and happy and fun and truly like one of the most delightful people. It was kind of cool because at the end of the night we kind of shared a high five on the street. And was like, hey, like awesome show, high five, and we got to talk for a brief second. She's married to like Eric Decker. If you guys don't know, he was a NFL football player for the Jets and he played for the Titans. And he also was there. It was very cool to talk to him a little bit about sports and football. He's just a down-to-earth, very chill, cool guy as well. Like, what an amazing couple they really are. You should definitely go check them out, follow them on Instagram. Who else? Like Faire Abrams. I saw Faire Abrams at New York Fashion Week. I chilled with her a little bit. Again, people that don't know, like Faire Abrams, her most recent work is kind of a little risque, like why her name is out there. But, we actually met her because she was a teen parent on MTV on that show back in the day. And she kind of was the highlight of that show, honestly. I think she's the one that like had the biggest career from that. But while I was in New York Fashion Week, her daughter was walking for a designer and I was able to see them both. And there's some pretty cool photos of us together on my Instagram page. So yeah, New York Fashion Week was pretty cool. Great experience. Lots of content to go through to get some stuff out in the next 30 days, hopefully, for that. And then after New York Fashion Week, we ended up doing the Savoir Faire Finger Lakes Shootout Retreat. that's kind of a pretty cool event that has turned into an annual thing for me. So last year, we brought some models and photographers to my hometown in upstate New York. And this year we did it again. It was a little bit bigger this time. We had a really cool group. I mean, the people that came were absolutely amazing. We got some awesome content. We had some amazing sponsors, went to some really cool locations, but I'm going to keep a little bit of that stuff hush for now, because all that stuff's going to be coming out soon in publications, and also in Savoir Faire. I mean, there's some shots that I saw from just camera lenses that were just incredible, and I can't even wait to get my hands on that stuff and start building and laying out these magazines for these ladies that came and really just had a great time and shot, and these photographers that donated their time to come and shoot this content was like just incredible. So the last couple of days I've just been kind of relaxing and resting. That ended on the 25th. Today's the 27th. For those that follow me on a regular basis, we're only 2 days away from my birthday. I'm a September baby. I'm a Libra. And so, we're going to get into this topic. So that's been September so far. We're getting into Savoir Faire as a definition. Now, when I first heard these words for Savoir Faire, and I started thinking about ideas for this magazine, it was a made up character, actually. Like, for me anyways, Savoir Faire, I guess I know about the skunk from Looney Tunes or whatever, at my age group. But Savoir Faire, the definition of the word was like well-spoken, very smooth, being able to say the right things at the right time. And I never really pictured myself as being or having Savoir Faire. I always kind of figured this is kind of a mystical creature or some guy that didn't exist that really had Savoir Faire. So we kind of built Savoir Faire around a character, like a made-up character that had lots of different qualities from different people that I respect in the business world and in my personal life and things like that. So I created this character, and that was the Savoir Faire man. But what happened this year is that a lot of people have come up to me and they basically assumed like, hey, the Savoir Faire man's not really a fake character. He's you. Like, you do have this kind of Savoir Faire quality about you. You're kind of a smooth talker, and you know what to say in the right moment. And I was like, man, maybe that's true. So I really started rebranding the Savoir Faire brand as myself, which I think is pretty cool too, because it's an insight to really the things that I like. I mean, the modeling industry, music and entertainment. And we're starting to promote actors and actresses in the magazine a little bit more now too. It's actually turning quite a bit into an entertainment magazine. But so we're making some changes this month too. With the website and our online presence. You guys will see all that stuff. If you go check out my website, you'll kind of see some new layouts. The thing that I wanted to do is like, I'm just one person, and I can't do it all, even though I'm really picky. We do have some writers that write for us, but the idea is that if I can make it more about the magazine publication, a little bit less about the articles. It does make life a little bit easier. There's some really cool magazines out there that I follow and subscribe to that are built that way. And so I think Savoir Faire is turning into that. We really want to focus on the content in our magazine and not so much the content on our website. So you're going to see some changes. So Savoir Faire, to me, it's really a lifestyle. And we've kind of branded this thing with the brands that says, confidence is a lifestyle. And confidence is really a part of somebody, like if you have confidence or not. But making it a lifestyle makes it a little bit more unique. And I'm trying to figure out right now, like, what qualities somebody has to have to be Savoir Faire or to turn this into a lifestyle brand or a class or something. So over the next few months, we're going to be doing a lot more podcasts, and we're going to see some video content coming out soon. And we might even build some courses, but I think that I want to teach people how to have Savoir Faire. to be well-spoken, to know what to say in the right moment, to really kind of dig into some of that stuff. And those courses and those things that we're going to create, that content we're going to be creating for the brand, is going to be very cool, very unique, and coming to you very soon. So I don't want to have this podcast be too long today. I just wanted to make sure to touch base with my audience that I'm still here. There's a lot happening, and over the next few months, we'll be on this podcast a whole lot more. But today, we're just going to kind of jump in and say, hey, September was crazy. I'm just winding down now, and I'm super excited about the content that's coming, the changes that are coming to the brand, and I hope you guys will appreciate that. Now, here's a big plug for you, from me for you. If you appreciate the Savoir Faire podcast in some way, try to touch base with me. I want to hear from you people. I want to talk to you on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, on our website. There's a form you can fill out to contact us through email. Whatever you can do, try to send some messages our way, because we want to know what topics you really want to hear about, what your definition of Savoir Faire is. And I really want to kind of build this podcast around an audience. The other thing that we're working on in the future is that I want to start doing some live Q&A with people, and get some call-in stuff organized. So, if you're kind of a tech savvy type of person and you think you can help me get that organized, that would be pretty cool. I'm definitely working with a handful of people, some radio guys that I know here in my town, to get that set up. But, there's a lot happening. There's a lot going to be coming, and I'm super excited about the growth of this brand and this product. So enjoy other episodes of this podcast, and stick around. There'll definitely be some new stuff coming out very soon. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to the show. Please take a minute to head over to www.savfair.com and subscribe to our publication.